Chapter 3. Starting by picking up a child. After pondering for a moment, Lin Wan Wan asked again, "Since your aunt doesn't want you anymore, are you willing to come with me?" The little girl tilted her head and asked, "Will you take care of me?" Lin Wan Wan smiled and nodded. "Yes, I will take care of you. Okay." The little girl immediately grabbed onto Lin Wan Wan's skirt and looked at her with anticipation. Being taken care of by someone else was something she had dreamed of. At her uncle and aunt's house, she could never eat her fill. Every day, she had to scavenge for discarded seafood to stave off hunger, sometimes even chewing on grass roots. On top of that, she was often beaten. "Then follow me," Lin Wan Wan said as she rolled up her sleeves. She took off a phone charm from her small makeup bag hanging on her arm. It was a crystal soccer ball charm, worth only a few bucks in the modern world, but in ancient times, it could probably be exchanged for some money. With that, Lin Wan Wan held the little girl's hand and slowly walked toward a pawn shop. The shopkeeper inside frowned when he saw such an odd pair. "Customer, what is this?" Lin Wan Wan didn't waste words. She walked straight up, handed over the crystal soccer ball she had just removed, and said directly, "I want to pawn this. Take a look and tell me how much it's worth." The old shopkeeper's eyes widened in shock when he saw the crystal soccer ball. This. Isn't this a glass pendant? And such a delicate one at that?" Their town was near the sea, with a port for foreign trade. Among the imported goods from the western regions, there were indeed such rare treasures. The old shopkeeper quickly glanced at Lin Wan Wan again, feeling a bit puzzled. Judging by her attire, she was clearly from a wealthy family. But why was she out in public without a maidservant, and with a little beggar in tow? Strange, very strange. Could she be a runaway noblewoman? "This item is indeed a fine piece," the old shopkeeper said leisurely. "But, young lady, where did you get it?" "We don't accept items of unclear origin here." "What nonsense about not accepting items of unclear origin?" Lin Wan Wan scoffed inwardly. If pawn shops in ancient times had such principles, she'd be willing to write her name backward. It was just a tactic to haggle over the price. She immediately clenched her hand, took back the crystal soccer ball, and said coldly, "In that case, I'll take my leave." Wait. The old shopkeeper quickly reached out to stop her when he saw she was about to leave. All right. I can see the young lady is in a difficult situation. I'll be a good person for once. Do you want to pawn this as a temporary loan or sell it outright?" Lin Wan Wan asked, "How much for a temporary loan, and how much for selling it outright?" Although she had never pawned anything before, living in the information-rich 21 stone century, Lin Wan Wan was familiar with the concepts of temporary and outright pawning. After all, knowledge is power. The old shopkeeper stroked his beard and said slowly, "For a temporary loan, I can give you 1 gold coin. You can redeem it within 3 months by paying back the money with interest. For selling it outright, I can give you 2 gold coins." Lin Wan Wan didn't respond immediately. Instead, she thought about what the old shopkeeper meant by 1 gold coin and 2 gold coins. After a moment, she said, "I need some small change." The old shopkeeper replied, "No problem. 1 gold coin can be exchanged for 6 strings of copper coins in the market. If you're willing to sell it outright, I'll give you 1 gold coin in cash and exchange the other gold coin for 6 strings of copper coins. How about that?" Lin Wan Wan wasn't familiar with the prices in this era, but as the old shopkeeper spoke, she kept her eyes on his. His speech was quick, and his gaze didn't waver, making him seem honest. Based on her knowledge from novels and historical records, Lin Wan Wan roughly understood that 1 string of coins equaled 1,000 copper coins. However, in her impression, wasn't 1 gold coin supposed to equal 10 strings of coins? So she casually said, "Isn't 1 gold coin worth 10 strings of coins? Are you trying to cheat me?" The old shopkeeper immediately cried out in mock grievance, "Oh dear, young lady, where did you hear that? This is the 3rd year of the Tang Dynasty's Zhenguan era, Not the chaotic end of the previous dynasty when copper coins were worthless. Where can you exchange 1 gold coin for 10 strings of coins now? The 3rd year of Zhengguan, Lin Wan Wan murmured to herself. So, it's the Tang dynasty under Emperor Li Shimin's rule. That's good. At least it's not the oppressive Ming or Qing dynasties. All right then, but I want all 6 strings of coins to be in good condition, Lin Wan Wan said confidently, now that she knew it was the 3rd year of Zhengguan. As a humanities student, her knowledge of history was quite strong. Although she had inexplicably traveled back 1,000 years, she believed that with her abilities, she could survive well. Next came the signing of the contract, the exchange of money and goods. Lin Wan Wan also managed to get a small piece of clothing from the shop, which had been pawned by someone else, to dress the little girl who was barely covered. Although the girl was only 4 years old, seeing her state Lin Wan Wan very uncomfortable. The little girl, now dressed, was so happy that her eyes squinted with joy. She finally had clothes to wear. Even her cousins at home didn't have clothes. They always shared one outfit, taking turns wearing it when someone went out. As for her, she had none. It was only because her aunt planned to lose her today that she was given a piece of rag to cover herself. With money in hand, Lin Wan Wan felt more secure. She wrapped the money in a blue cloth and hid it under her wide sleeves. Then, she led the little girl out of the shop, her nerves tightly wound. Since ancient times, flaunting wealth had always attracted trouble. This was true not only in the Tang dynasty, but also in the future. Fortunately, Lin Wan Wan wasn't completely defenseless. As a beautiful orphan, she had practiced self-defense and martial arts for many years to protect herself. Not long after, Lin Wan Wan found an unofficial inn. Official inns required identification, and without it, they wouldn't dare rent her a room. After securing a room, Lin Wan Wan gave the little girl a thorough bath from head to toe, changing the water multiple times until it went from black to clear. She felt a great sense of accomplishment. Finally, the clean little girl, seemingly exhausted, curled up on the bed and fell asleep. Judging by the position of the sun outside, it was around noon. At 4 years old, the little girl was at an age where she needed a lot of sleep and could fall asleep at any time. At this moment, the inn's attendant brought the lunch Lin Wan Wan had ordered. Some pastries. Lin Wan Wan glanced at them casually and felt uninterested. However, she thought the little girl would probably enjoy them when she woke up. Lin Wan Wan stopped the attendant, handed him a few copper coins, and after a moment of thought spoke in an old-fashioned tone. To be honest, I've been living in the mountains with my master. My master recently passed away, so I came down the mountain to find my relatives. I'm not familiar with the outside world, so please don't laugh at me. Could you tell me where this is and what year it is? The attendant's eyes widened in surprise. So, the guest is an immortal from the mountains. No wonder you don't even have a maidservant with you. It's currently the 3rd year of Zhengguan, and this is Wanghai Town. The county office isn't here. If you're looking for the magistrate, you'll need to find Magistrate Xiao. Recently, a reclusive expert from the west side of town was personally escorted out by Magistrate Xiao. It was such a grand occasion. They say he became an official and even got to meet the emperor. The attendant's eyes were filled with envy as he spoke. So, the old shopkeeper wasn't lying. It really was the 3rd year of Zhengguan. End of chapter.